Hello everyone and welcome back to Homestead Road News. I'm your host Devin Walton, here to bring you this week's top real estate and complementary industry stories from Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Florida's Tampa Bay region. All from just the last 8 days, and we've got a lot of stuff building up. So topics today are going to be policy delays and building incentives, shifting buyer demands, insurance pressures, and a cooling real estate market. So let's get into it. Our first story this week comes from Minnesota, where Twin Cities home builders are increasing their incentives to help keep sales moving into the winter market. Now, over the past several days, we've seen builders roll out special incentives like closing cost credits and free upgrades, rate buy-down incentives, and premium interior finish packages. This isn't a small trend. It's a coordinated shift. So builders are carrying more standing inventory due to inflation-driven construction costs and slower fall demand. So incentives are one of their tools to keep buyers engaged with their product. For existing homeowners, this matters because when buyers can get thousands of dollars in incentives on brand new construction homes, resale properties must stand out. They've got to be better presented, have better condition, and markedly better pricing. It's a more competitive landscape than it was even just a month ago. So thinking of selling your house? Talk with Homestead Road. We'll help you position your home to compete despite what the new builders are offering. Let us help you look better. Story number 2 comes also from Minnesota, and it's going to talk a little bit about our highly anticipated Homes Energy-Rebate program. Well, it's still on hold, and the state has confirmed that it's waiting for federal approval before rolling the program out. Buyers who were planning to upgrade older homes using rebate funding are now hitting pause. Without the program active, buyers are leaning toward move-in ready and already efficient homes. This creates uncertainty, especially for sellers of dated properties that need insulation, HVAC, upgrades, or other efficiency improvements. When rebates are delayed, the affordability equation shifts and the market moves with it. If you want more updates on how policy changes affect real estate, make sure to like, subscribe, follow, and share this video. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest market insights. For our third Minnesota story, the Department of Commerce is actively reviewing new statewide performance-based building standards, and public comments closed this week. These new standards aim to increase energy efficiency in new homes by tightening thermal requirements, air sealing standards, mechanical performance, overall home energy scores. This is a big deal for the construction industry, but it also shapes buyer expectations. As newer homes become more and more efficient by design, older homes will be compared against those higher standards. So if you're planning to sell an older home, understanding these shifts early gives you a competitive advantage. So if you're thinking of selling your house, talk with Homestead Road. We'll help you understand how these new standards can affect your home's value, how it's going to affect the new construction market, and help you prepare for future buyer expectations. And by working with Homestead Road, we might help you avoid those costly updates that you might need to make to your home, so ask us about that as well. Over in Wisconsin, new market data from the past week shows the state still leaning in favor of sellers, but with early signs of seasonal cooling. The median price sits at about $338,000, which is up more than 6% year over year, and that's stronger than most Midwestern states right now. Home sales are also up slightly, meaning buyers are still active. So, however, homes are now spending about 51 days on the market, a bit longer than last year. This signals that while the market is stable, it's not the ultra-competitive environment in Wisconsin that we saw earlier in 2025. Buyers have a touch more leverage. Sellers, a touch more strategy isn't needed. So if you're enjoying these weekly insights, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with anyone else who might be following the housing market. Subscribe here with Homestead Road. Let's talk about Florida, specifically the Tampa Bay area market, where the market is cooling in ways we haven't seen in several years. So here's what's happening this week. Home prices remain steady. Single-family homes are holding around $470,000. Condos and townhomes hover near $330,000. The days on market are increasing. The median is now 31 days in Florida, showing that buyers are slowing down, being more cautious than earlier this year. Insurance volatility is also shaping buyer decisions. Homeowners insurance in Tampa Bay continues to rise, especially in wind-exposed and flood risk areas. Buyers are skipping homes with old roofs or high insurance premiums, outdated windows, or undocumented repairs. This week's Florida Housing Report notes that ownership costs, not just purchase price, are driving decision-making. Tampa Bay fell in national hot market rankings. Zillow and national analysts highlight Tampa's drop due to the insurance, affordability, and migration slowing compared to peak pandemic years. So what this means for sellers, homes with updated roofs, impacted rated windows, and clear documentation stand out dramatically. Homes without these features may require price adjustments or seller incentives. If you're thinking of selling your home, talk with Homestead Road. We'll help you prepare your Tampa Bay home for today's insurance-aware buyers and guide you through pricing, condition, and market timing. You can also talk with us about a possible cash offer on your home to avoid a lot of those other conversations. And that wraps up this week's edition of Homestead Road News. From Minnesota builder incentives and policy delays to Wisconsin's steady but shifting market, and also Tampa Bay's evolving insurance landscape, things are changing fast. So if you have questions about what these trends mean for your home, Homestead Road is here to help. I'm Devin Walton. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you in the next update.